Hey guys, welcome back to Deepak's Daily Reading. It's Saturday the 9th of August. It's 5:36 a.m. And first of all, the week being filled with more discipline in respect of going to bed has been great. My new evening deadline at the weekend is 11 p.m. and I managed to go out and meet Varun, my accountant, and still make my way back by 9:30. I was at home and I ultimately went to bed around 10:45. So it's definitely been difficult to get out of bed today at 4:30 a.m. But it's a real big commitment to my new self and in line with the direction that I'm trying to go in my life. So I think that to become a champion in your own life, you have to adopt the habits of a champion, and I really feel I'm heading in the right direction now. So I'll talk about a concept that I read from Benjamin Hardy. I'm back reading that guy. I'll come to it. But right now I'm going to talk about Annie Duke's Quit. I'm still reading this book, and here are my takeaways for today. So to some degree in our own identities. And when I say identities, I mean, for example, and this is where you have lots of fallacies that come in, such as a sunk cost effect, the endowment effect, and many others. That means, and this is where Angela Duckworth would say that when you adopt an identity as that's largely positive, let's say Deepak Shukla, entrepreneur. So if I track my identity over time, what's interesting is that I haven't been intentional about my identity. Let's say the identity that has been created for me has been one that's crafted by the people around me, and I've not been strong enough of will to really adopt a particular identity. So I think, or actually, let me reframe that. The identity that I've adopted is probably reflected by the fact that I'll walk around wearing flip-flops and a t-shirt and shorts, and I look relatively scruffy, something that Varun, of course, noticed yesterday, and it's true. I'll wear a Casio watch, and that's one layer of my internal identity. And then I've crafted something of an identity online: entrepreneur, business person. Before that, I was known as Deepak Shukla, rising in the SEO community. So some of these things I've crafted, but at the same time, some of these things have been given to me when people, of course, put a label on you and you determine whether you're going to live up to that label. So there's identities that are both positive for your character as well as negative, and you have to look at their echoing effects. So I think that it's just very important to be mindful of this identity, and you need to be objective about shunning it when it stops. And it's important. One of the common examples of this is children get asked, what are you going to be when you grow up, instead of what are you going to do? So it's where that gap divides, and your work can ultimately shape your identity. So that would be, for example, okay, Deepak, he's an agency owner, and definitely now it's transitioned to, okay, Deepak is a businessman. So these are some of the insights or interesting learnings from Quit. I, being honest, didn't find anything particularly revelatory in what I heard this morning, but it's just interesting to observe nonetheless. And I think that it's interesting to look at the different identities that we carry and which help us and which harm us. So definitely I think that the ones that harm me are definitely in relation to how I dress. I think that could be quite easily improved, and that's something I'm going to think about more as I progress.
Hey guys, it's Deepak Shukla here. I am
huge on listening to books on Audible. So if you're interested in getting all of the insights as I discover them through the course of all the books I read, please do comment, like, and of course subscribe so that you get notified every time we release a video. Thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you soon.